folks, it's Nana GL54 Janet, and this is the Rick Rack lace and doily lot, and it's gonna come in a flat rate envelope. And so let's start. This vintage, and I'll tell you what's vintage and what's not. This is very old. It's the seam binding, the lace seam binding, and it's not real wide. It's oh so pretty, and it's the prettiest color of, it's not navy. It's between a royal blue and a navy, but I can't describe it. It's oh so pretty. Okay. There. And then, so I'm going to put this here. I'll line it up so you can see it in a minute. Oh, an overview. There's this, and there is, I don't know how much is, okay, this one, I don't know how much there's at least 4 yards here, or 3 yards of solid, like 3 solid yards, and then 2 other pieces. This one is a vintage lace, and there are there's a little less than 2 yards. This is vintage. Hold on. And, all right, that's vintage. This is not vintage. This is that netting kind of trim. And it's in the prettiest teal turquoise. And there's let's see, 1, 2. There's 3 yards of this. 3 yards of this. This is not old, but it's the brown rosette trim with the pearls in it. And there, I believe, let's see, there's a yard and a little bit of this. This is vintage right here. This is vintage lace. And there are 1, 2, there's 3 yards of this. 3 yards of that. I'm not going to gather it up right now. There's, I don't know how much is on here. I'm not going to measure it, but there's probably 3 yards here. And it's a off-white, like a cream, light cream. That's vintage. This is old. This is old stuff. And this is like a hemming lace. It's oh so pretty. And there's a little more than 2 yards here. It's vintage. This is a nylon seam binding, and it's oh so neat. This is very old. It came off of, I have these spools that I got. They must have been from a factory. And this came off of one of those cardboard spools. And it's oh so pretty. Like, it opens up here. But this is the kind of stuff that I use to do my snippet rolls, to attach other lace to, because it's strong. In fact, I got an idea. I might make a, because it's so strong, I might make a leash for Petunia and make a snippet roll, like a snippet leash for her. So there's 1, 2, there's 3 yards here. Oops, sorry. 3 yards here. And it's very nice. That's old. Okay, here is a bunch. This is a gob. And this is very old. It came out of the same lot that I got these spools, the old spools. And there's a lot here. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 yards of this. And it's common, but it is vintage. Okay, I'll gather that up. I'll make that nice and neat later. This is vintage. Now, this has yellowing on it. It's got a few little dark marks on it, but this is the kind of lace that I usually dye. And I'll tell you a secret. Hibiscus tea, the tea bags you get in the grocery store, where they have all the different kinds of teas, that will dye your laces beautifully. This is a lace that can be cut down the middle, so you'll have double, or you can leave it like this. So that's, and let's see how many are here, how many yards. 1, 2, 3 and a little. 3 and a little. And that's that. So it just has a couple places where it has discoloration from age. They're age spots. Okay, so that's vintage. This is vintage too. And this is small lace. I believe it's a machine lace, a machine-made lace. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 yards of this. Okay. Okay, now we're going to get to the rickrack. This is a big rickrack. And this is the old stuff that from I bought like several spools of vintage rickrack. So this is a large rickrack, and it's aged. You'll see there'll be little like highs and lows in it, but not really bad. And let me see how many's here. I didn't really. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there's 4 yards of this one, and it's nice and stiff. Okay, 4 yards of that. I gotta move on. There's this vintage lace, lavender. It's oh so cute and pretty. I love these little laces. Okay, so there's let's see, 1, 2. There's a little less than 3 yards here. I didn't have a lot of this. And there's pink rickrack. There's not a lot of this, but it's tiny. It's oh so cute. You see it? Okay. There's 1, 2, 3 and a little bit. There's 3 and a little bit yardage here. Okay, then there's this purple one. I'm not going to measure this. This has to be 7, at least 7 yards, at least. This one has to be even more. So let's just say 7 yards on these at least. This one is about the same or more. This one's more. This one has 8, maybe 9. There's orange, and these are all the little rickracks. And these are all vintage. So there's about 6 in here probably. And this one has a lot. This one has, I don't know, 9 or 10. There's a lot in here. So that's that. And then there are a few doilies. Okay, so let me show you the few doilies that I'm going to stick in. Hurry up. I'm going to leave this solid like this. So if you want to cut it, you can. If not, you can iron it. These will flatten out, and there's no stains on this one. So this you can use as a doily, or you can cut it up. And if you cut it up, there's 2, 4, 6, 8. There's 8 of the larger doilies, and then the little ones in between. That one. And then there's 10 of these. There's 10 of these. And 10 of the smaller. So that's that. And that is going to be 25 shipped. And it's PayPal, U.S. only, friends and family, please. And yes, give me your PayPal, and first come, first serve. And I will be having more. I have some more rickrack, but not, some of the colors are gone. So if anybody's interested, let me know, and I'll put together something else. Bye.